Alright, who's excited about this one? Raise your hand. I'm pretty excited. I know I'm a DC guy and this is Marvel, but it's Thor. I still like superheroes, and you know, they did a great job. I mean, Marvel has done a fabulous job of bringing these superheroes to the screen. I wish DC would have done a better job. I don't think I have to read you the synopsis of what Thor is about. If you're watching this, you probably know a little bit about Thor, but I will tell you a little bit about the movie as we get into it. I'm just not even reading the synopsis. I know the Hulk's in it. I know IMDb has it as an 8.1. Rotten Tomatoes, 92% from the critics, 88% from the audience. Jeff Goldblum is in this, among others. As I said, Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk, is in this. Anthony Hopkins, I believe, is also in this. There's a slew of actors and actresses in this wonderful movie. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes long. I think, from what I understand, there's a lot of humor in it, which is great. And because Chris Hemsworth, you know, he's funny on his own, so I'm excited to see it. Hopefully you are too, and I'm going to leave it at that and get into it a little bit, and I'll pop in from time to time. 2 hours and 10 minutes, you might see me more than 2 more times. I don't know. Stick around and find out. See you in a bit. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're at the 1 hour, 8 minute, and 3 second mark. So we're just about halfway through the movie. And let me quick correct what the title of the movie is. Thor Ragnarok. I thought it was Thor Rancor, but it's Ragnarok, which is like the villain who's trying to destroy Asgard, where Thor's planet or hometown, whatever. So what basically has happened is Thor comes back to Asgard, where his adopted brother has been ruling, acting as his dad, Odin. And then they go, and he runs into, they go to see his father, who's played by Anthony Hopkins, Odin, and they go down and they go to Earth where he left him, but that's where he runs into Doctor Strange, which I think is neat. I love how they do that. They bring the different superheroes into these individual movies and try and introduce them, because I think Doctor Strange will be in the next Avengers, and this is kind of his link in. But anyway, so they find his father, who ends up then dying, and come to find out Thor actually has an older sister who's played by Kate Blanchett, and she is the heir to the throne, so she goes back to Asgard to you know, take it over and rule Asgard. Meanwhile, Thor and I can't remember, and his brother, I can't remember his name, Loki, you know, get thrown to another planet, and this is the planet where Jeff Goldblum's character is the ruler of this planet, and he basically has a gladiator type thing. You might have seen this in the previews, where Thor has to battle Hulk, who has been the winner of all these battles, and so they fight, and that's a lot of fun. I mean, I think the best part, you know, so I'm telling you everything, the whole movie so far, but you know, the best part about this movie is it's good, but it's funny too, and it's just funny enough. You know, it's not over the top. There's just a lot of good humor at the right time, which is very enjoyable. For me, I've never been a fan of Thor movies because you know, they take place on different planets and stuff like that. And me not being a follower of the Marvel comics and understanding Asgard and everything like that, I was always you know, it's a little. It was good. I watched them all, and they're okay. But that was the one aspect of it I didn't really enjoy. I like it when they're on Earth and battling everybody, but now they're going off to different planets and stuff like that. But this one is actually very entertaining. I think they did a really good job with this one. So that doesn't really bother me anymore like it did previously. And I think I've actually spoken with other people who enjoy that aspect of it. So that's cool. But I like it in this one. Not normally I don't, but so far so good. I'm really liking this. And so now Thor has to get back to Asgard basically to take down his older sister so that he can make sure Asgard doesn't get destroyed by her. So I'll get into it a little bit more and maybe do another check-in. I don't know, maybe see you at the credits. Who knows? But so far, so good. I think it's an obvious one that we all have to watch, but I appreciate you listening to me and telling you what I think. So I'll check back in a little bit, alright? Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Thor Ragnarok. Got it right this time. Excellent movie. Like I had said, I mean, even taking it from me, like, I love superhero movies, that, of course. Not a Marvel fan, but they do a great job with the movies. And on the other part of it, like, I was not a big fan of the, being in another universe or another cosmos or whatever. And this movie takes place, 99% in another universe. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had said before, the humor in it is just perfect. I'm 8 to a 9 on this one. Tough not to give it a 9. And probably the only reason I'm not giving it a 10 is because it's Marvel, not DC. And I was thinking about it and watching it, and real quick, I do believe Matt Damon is in this movie. I looked at IMDb, but they don't list him, at least not on my mobile app. But I believe he plays Loki, and there's a scene where they're doing a play. Which is funny, you'll have to check it out, but I swear that's Matt Damon, but I couldn't find an IMDb to make sure of that. Anyway, I'm watching it and enjoying the Hulk. I like the Hulk. I like the Hulk back from, it was Lou Ferrigno. And then Edward Norton played him, and I really liked the way Ed Norton played him. I thought that was really good. But Mark Ruffalo, if I'm saying that right, takes the cake. I mean, he's phenomenal. I love the way he plays Bruce Banner. He's funny, and I hope he continues to do it. I know there's talk of, maybe people stop doing their roles. Chris Evans not doing Captain America, and so on and so forth. I haven't heard anything, but I think he does a great job. And Hemsworth does a great job as Thor. One last piece of it, and I think, it's funny, I think it's hard to say, it's like, I think the Thor series is better without Natalie Portman. I don't know how you say a movie is better without Natalie Portman. It's just odd, but I think this was better without Natalie Portman. If you weren't aware, she's not in this anymore, so they cut her out of this, at least out of this store, and it not because of her acting or anything like that, but because of the relationship. I think that they created more melodrama in the other Thors that I thought took away from it. I didn't think that at the time. I really thought it was the travel to other planets and that stuff that took it away from me. But I now believe that this is it's much better because of that, and I think that might be the primary reason. So, visually, incredible movie. Well done. 2 hours and 10 minutes flew by. And they added some other characters in there that were great. So I really liked the movie. I don't want to go on too much further. I think, whether I liked it or not, it's a movie you have to see if you're into these superhero movies. I know they seem like they're being overdone, but again, another great one. I mean, DC can't get one right, and Marvel has, like, this is whatever, the third Thor after all the other ones. I think it's the third one, whatever, and it was the best one yet. So, really liked it. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.